of view, can be more than one thing. So one purpose could be simply to reveal success, what has worked, and share that information among people to disseminate good ideas or good practices, and to build on that. So it could stop there. Right? And another purpose going further would be to really examine those successes, to make sense of them, and identify what are the conditions that are essential for those to take place in order to build that into some project moving forward. So it's again another simple and relatively short exercise, which will take 35 to 45 minutes, let's say, depending on the nature of what you are addressing. And it starts by asking people to remember a story of something successful that they have done, a success story, whatever it is that is of concern to that group. Okay? You ask people to find a partner, somebody preferably that they don't know, and in pair to share those stories. So you give them a certain amount of time, let's say 5-7 minutes each. It can be longer, depend again what the subject is. And so one person tells the story. This is my success story. This is what I have experienced. This is what happened. And the other one is sort of interviewing and sort of digging as needed in the story to clarify what happened, when, where, how, and then to really ask questions about what made this possible. What were the conditions that made this success possible? What was different about that situation that made it so much better than the norm? Okay. And so imagine that, two people, one tells a story, the other one interviews and listen, and then switch. And then after that, you take two pairs, so two sets of partners, and ask them to get together in groups of 4. And now each one retells the story, but not his or her story, but the story that he has heard from his partner when they were in a pair. Right? And if they have come up with a name for that story, that's very nice, because it sort of captured the essence of the story. And then, so the other 3 listen, and so as everybody listens to their story, everybody is starting to look for common conditions and patterns for the success. Okay. So we start with 1 moment of reflection to remember your thing, the 2 is in pair, share the story, 4 retell the stories. And all together now we collect those success conditions and capture them, and that becomes kind of reference moving forward as we are engaging in this fantastic project of ours. You could stop at sharing the stories and then sharing some of them with the whole group. So you could go share stories in pair, and then which stories have you heard that was really special that you would like to share with the whole group, and you could or you could actually stop with a pair sharing stories as a way of kicking off a meeting and generating a lot of positive energy and a lot of sharing between people. Very simple structure that does not impose anything in terms of the content by collecting data and in the form of stories, because that's the way you can get data in the easiest way, and using our talent for identifying, for recognizing, for hearing. Oh, I heard this here and I heard that there. It's the same condition.
It takes exactly, whether you have 4 people or you have 400, it takes exactly the same time in terms of telling the story.
And everybody gets the same amount of time.
Precisely. Now it may take a little bit more time for harnessing, but that's harnessing of ideas.